Segment of the show for today. The topic of the show today is the truth behind gang violence. And we have two other members of gangs or former gangs. And as we indicated earlier, we've got 7 individuals in the studio today who will have an opportunity to at least give some statements in reference to their feeling toward gangs and gang violence and et cetera. And so now we have Cameron and Primm. Both to talk about their attitudes and why they became involved in gangs. Let's start off with you, Cameron, by having you to give us some information about how you became involved in a gang and what your aspirations are.
Well, as you heard earlier, I grew up in a well-groomed house. My mom always kept me in church and stuff like that. Well, I don't see it as a gang, I see it as a family. Mm-hmm. Like all these people in here, these are my brothers.
Okay.
They fam. I do anything for them.
And so how many, so when you talk about a gang, Mr. Primm, how many people, is there a general number of folks that you have to deal with, or you believe are part of your gang, or can there be a gang of 6 folks, a gang of how many folks are, how does that work?
I mean, it can be a gang, it's not really a gang. Like he said, it's a family, so somebody in their house, that could be a gang, but they're just a family. So it's really not no number on how many people can be in your gang or be in your family.
And so you both of you regard it as a family kind of relationship, and it's not necessarily a gang to you. And because I think that when we use, Cameron, the word gang, we put a negative connotation to it. It means something negative, that these are the individuals that are going out shooting and et cetera, involved in violence. Is that the impression that you believe, that people believe about gangs?
Yes, it's like a stereotype.
And so you're both here today to try to break that stereotype. What would you like to do, Cameron, in life? I mean, what grade are you in?
12.
This is your last year in school. What are you planning on doing from this point on?
Going to college, get my degree, sports medicine.
Okay, very good. And so have you already made a decision in reference to going to college, and you've laid a foundation so that you do believe that after your college career your high school career, that you can go, you'll be involved in college?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about you, Primm?
I'm not really for sure right now. I'm only in 9th grade, so
yeah, well, you've got white. Well, how long have you been involved in a gang? I mean, in a gang, what in this family tradition that you talk about? How long?
It's been a while. It's like I care about these guys the way they care about me. I mean.
Is that the truth behind gangs? Is that a mutual feeling that members of one gang have toward their family?
No, I feel like they really all, I mean, certain gangs love all. It don't matter who you are. White, black, Mexican. I love them all. Okay.
Well, now, if there's so much love, let me raise this question, Cameron. If there's so much love among each other and et cetera, why is it that we find people killing one another and shooting one another? See, this is where the violence comes in. This is where I think there's a stereotypical thing. Why does that happen?
Because people trying to act what they're not. People trying to show people that they about what they're about.
And the only way that they can do that is through violence or whatever?
No, they can do different things. Like give back to the community, serve.
And so what we're saying, both of you are saying, is that you want to renounce violence. You don't want to be involved in violence. Is that, and you want to become involved in some kind of productive activity that will take you to college and at least take you all through high school. Is that what we're saying? Well, now, what are some of the problems that you find in terms of being able to do that?
I mean, it's always that person who's going to try to put you down and never wants to uplift you. But you just have to learn to go around those battles and fight those battles. Well,
do you find many people trying to put you down, as you say?
It's a lot of people.
Well, now, how do they try to put you down when you
I mean, you have regular people who are going to try to put you down just because your skin color. People in school going to try to put you down. Teachers going to put you down by telling you can't do something, or you made a bad grade, so you're never going to be nothing, or he never listens in class, so he's going to end up on the streets or in jail.
And so they already predict a negative outcome for you by the very well. Now, do they do that because of your appearance, or why do they do that? Why do they do that in school? What if you believe that is what they do? Why do they do that?
Because people hating on other people. People think they're better than everybody else. It's more like popularity.
Okay, and a school situation, you believe that to be so? And is that the attitude and the feeling that many people of your family, gang kind of situation feel, that somehow you're being discriminated against by
Yes, sir.
Everybody? And well, what do you trace the major source of this discrimination?
I mean, it's a gang, but you have people out here doing stuff to lead people to think what they think of it. If somebody goes out here and kills somebody and they're in a gang, people gonna be like, oh, every kid in the gang gonna kill somebody. So that's what leads them up to it.
But you have to admit, Cameron, that there's a lot of violence, a lot of shooting, and a lot of killing in public kind of situations. Well, now, what else are people supposed to say when a young man get a pistol or whatever and start shooting other folks? I mean, how are we supposed to react to that?
I mean, it's like what I said earlier. People trying to just stand up, like so what they're about. It's like people, they trying to make their name known around town. Like, you don't want to mess with him. Oh, is
that some kind of situation you think that is prevalent here in Nashville, that people will actually take a weapon and go around and try to, quote, make a reputation in a real sense? Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Well, is that prevalent among gangs? I mean, do you find that among gangs?
Yes, sir.
It might not be among your gang, but is that, well now, how do you deal with that? I mean, what do you say about that?
Ain't no point in trying to do all that, because ain't in our vocabulary. We can do anything we want to. We put our mind to it.
And so they don't have to try to build up a reputation by carrying a weapon. And well, how do you get that message across? Both of you are members of these gang families, as you indicate. How do you get the message across to other members of the gang that that's not the way to do it?
I mean, you could go around by helping your community, helping kids, going to school, speaking to the youth. I mean, all those different things can make a name for yourself rather than going out here and killing people.
Well, have both of you tried to demonstrate that or talked about that?
Yes, sir. Every day we try. We try showing people the right way to do things.
Yeah, we build our knowledge every day.
And so in a real sense, over this last 35 seconds, the two of you are telling us that you work hard within your own gang family in order to try to improve each other and to dismiss this idea of violence and et cetera. Is that, could we say that would be the truth in reference to the two of your associations?
Yes, sir.
And that both of you have high aspirations, that the only thing that needs to happen now is for society to give you the kind of opportunity that you think that you ought to have. Is that what both of you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Well, very good. And of course, let me thank the two of you for coming by, and let me encourage you to tune in again next for another edition of this particular show.